Welcome to the Haunted Beard, everybody. My name is Jake. Thanks for joining me. Today, I want to give you my review for a movie called Milk and Cereal. And believe it or not, this is a found footage film that you can watch right now on YouTube. And I actually just found out about this a few days ago. And this was written and directed by a guy by the name of Curry Barker. And him and his buddy Cooper Tomlinson, they actually run a YouTube channel called That's a Bad Idea. And didn't even realize it until I kind of looked into it, but I'd actually seen one of their short films before called The Chair, which I think is fantastic. One of the best horror short films I've seen on YouTube. And so when I found out that it was those same guys who made this, I was very much intrigued. And so Milk and Cereal clocks in at 62 minutes, so maybe not quite a feature length, but pretty close. But I'll just tell you right now, I was quite impressed with this thing. I think it is well worth your time. You should definitely give it a watch. I'm going to get into some of my thoughts as to why I liked it, but if you're wanting to check this thing out, I'll put a link in the description below so you can watch it for yourself. But Milk and Cereal tells a story of two buddies played by Curry and Cooper, who are these basically influencers, more like online pranksters. They run what is pretty much the equivalent of a YouTube channel where they go around pranking one another and pulling pranks and stuff like that on people. And these guys are pretty hardcore about their pranks. And what ends up happening is there is this prank at a surprise birthday party that takes an unexpected turn and leads to some pretty horrific consequences, and they are kind of forced to deal with the aftermath of that. And that's really all I'll say regarding the plot, as I think it's a good film to go in knowing as little about it as possible. And like I said, I was pretty impressed with this overall. IMDb has the budget listed for this thing for an estimated $3,000, which is basically nothing. But man, I can't tell you how exciting it is to see people making movies for virtually nothing that are better than a lot of some of the big budget studio stuff that I see. And it just proves that you don't really need a whole lot of money. You just need good ideas. You just need this. And obviously some talent behind the camera helps. But man, Curry Barker is a talented guy. What with having seen his film The Chair now, which I am a huge fan of, and now this, man, he's somebody who is officially on my radar now, as not only did he write and direct this, he also edited it, he stars in it, he served as the cinematographer. I mean, he's, virtually involved in every aspect of the production of this thing. And man, this guy is pretty talented. The best aspects of Milk and Cereal, I think, are its authenticity and its unpredictability, as this is a found footage film that feels pretty genuinely authentic. There's a couple nitpicks I could make, but by and large, it does feel authentic. And I think it has to do with mainly that Curry and Cooper, who are, real friends in real life kind of thing, are friends in the film. And so that kind of genuine, authentic relationship really comes through. You buy into their relationship and you buy into their performances and who they are and everything. And so I thought that part was really, really well handled. And then this is a film that is just genuinely unpredictable. There's a couple twists and turns here that really caught me by surprise, that I did not see it going in this direction. And what I really like too is there is kind of a reveal that happens part of the way through the film. But leading up to that, I was kind of having some issues and some questions with it, like, I don't know how real that feels. I don't know why this person would do this or say that kind of thing. I was sort of questioning some of the authenticity of it. And then when you find out something that happens, it really kind of addresses all the issues that I had with it, which I thought was pretty fantastic. And this is a film that really kind of leans into the whole perception versus reality thing, which is one of my favorite kind of ideas and themes that movies get into, because it really brings in a whole psychological aspect, which I always really enjoy. And so this is a movie that you're starting to watch it and you think you kind of have a grasp and understanding on things, and then you realize, oh my goodness, you had no clue what was going on, and this thing just kind of gets totally flipped upside down. I really like the pacing of it as well. The fact that it's 60 minutes, this thing is just go, go, go. There's no kind of fluff or filler. There's no unnecessary stuff. Like, Every scene is very necessary and vital to tell the story that he's trying to tell. And it's also genuinely pretty creepy and unsettling. And in large part, that has to do with some of the performances, which again, I think are quite good and pretty darn convincing. And this is just a really fun and thrilling found footage ride that definitely leaves an impact, left me wanting more. And I was just really impressed what these guys were able to do with basically no money, but just having a lot of talent and some great ideas. And I was pretty impressed with how well they executed it. So if you're a fan of found footage, I definitely recommend this. I'll put the link to it down in the description. Go check it out. It's well worth your time. If you have seen this thing already, be very curious to know your thoughts. Hit me up down below. Let me know what you thought of Milk and Cereal. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you again for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you got anything out of this video, go ahead and do not click that subscribe button unless you want to be haunted by the beard.